Well, I think we're on this one.
Yes.
I might turn it off and on again.
Could be a good idea. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll get the man who knows back in a minute. Good morning, Jane.
Morning.
How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks. Are you?
I'm
very excited
sorry,
about
I'm
what's
really
in here.
dying to know what's in this box because it's one of those things that I ordered a while ago and I can't remember what it is, but the corner was open. So I had a sneak and it looked fabulous and now I want to know. I can't do a whole show without knowing what it is.
Need to see it.
Bear with. This might be next week's show. Might be today's if Gemma's already got it. It's maybe. Ah.
It's exciting.
This is the nice bit. Oh. This is the nice bit of the job, isn't it? Where is it, Jane? Who have we got? Oh, so this is the George Mendoza. You know I was telling you about that that blind artist?
Yes.
It's his stuff.
Oh.
And 2 Catalina Estradas. Rising Jungle.
Ooh.
Do you want to see?
Fabulous.
Do you want to see? Should we have a look? So these are the Mendoza ones. It's really amazing. Now imagine being blind and yet still managing all of this.
Oh,
Pretty,
that's
isn't it?
gorgeous.
Isn't it gorgeous? So a little bit different for us, I thought.
Mm. Oh, I like that swirly. That's nice,
isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's lots of texture and gorgeousness in these. And then look at that one as well.
Oh, that's lovely. Ooh.
So that's some of it. I've got space to put that on the back there. We need to do that as a nice bun. Look at that. Oh.
Gorgeous gorgeousness.
And then we've got, this is, oh, I couldn't resist these, Jane. I don't know what we're going to do with them.
Oh, toucans.
Do you know what that's going to go with?
The sparkle.
Not just any old sparkle, Jane.
Yeah.
All the sparkle. Hang on, let's whip that away. So this is generally what happens in our warehouse, isn't it? We go, oh, well, look. You're going to want to look for your Friday deals, by the way, for these zips. Oh, no, they're on the show today. I put them on the show today, yeah, because, you know what was a Friday deal?
Oh, with the fleece.
With the fleece.
Look at that with...
is your rainbow glitter PU. And, I mean, if that isn't just like a fabric party, I don't know what is.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Look at that zip with that. This is a 60 centimetre resin rainbow zip.
I just love the teeth on that. That's just
It's
really good
ridiculous,
fun.
isn't it?
It's like
Yeah.
disco.
That's going to be perfect. You know those bags where you only sew a bit of it
Yeah.
on? Like one of those. And then you can have all of that going on. Ha-ha!
It's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Love it.
Isn't it?
Love it, love it.
I don't know when I'm going to use these, but I knew I needed them.
Yes.
So if you need them too, maybe throw in a 1/2 metre of your glitter PU. These are a bit fabulous. We need to do these as Half Metre Heavens, don't we?
Yeah. It's such fun choosing colours to go with those.
They may or may not be added on this week if we can manage it. Ah, Jane, why did they arrive yesterday? Why didn't they arrive yesterday? I could have... Mind you, no, I'm happy with my choice of thing that we made yesterday.
Yes.
There's a lot of glitter going on. A lot of glitter. So these are available today. Today Jane is doing... Do you want to show us what you're doing, Jane?
A 1-block wonder. Got a 1-block wonder.
So Jane's 1-block wonder series is where she shows us a slightly more technical block. So we give her the time to do that, but it's just, we focus just on that block. And then whatever you want to do with it is up to you. So we've got lots of cushioned finishing with flair, all that kind of thing. But also we can show you, can we show you today if we got the mark-up of what it's going to look like if you decided to just do an entire quilt? It looks so different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it produces like the secondary pattern.
This is it if you did lots.
Yeah, there's 12 blocks there joined together, just 3 blocks in 4 rows. and the 4 rows joined together, and it creates this secondary pattern here.
That is very clever. Meanwhile, this is Half Metre Heaven
Friendly. Yeah.
Gemma says I'm to check the paperwork at Izzy.
Took the paperwork at Izzy. What did we just do with it?
Paperwork. What do we do? It was. Oh,
You
here
just had
is.
it in your hand.
That one.
Yeah.
Check that paperwork at Izzy. Whiz.
Here's Izzy.
Can we give you that to send to Gemma, please? And she
You
will
just
do magic
photograph
loading
that and
things.
send it to Gems.
Yes.
Thank
Because
you.
pretty stuff has just arrived and it's all rather lovely. Yes, so this is what we're going to do today. It's Half Metre Heaven friendly,
Yes.
which is fabulous.
Yeah.
That's just perfect. Do you know what else we've got, actually? Because obviously we're Half Metre Heaven friendly today, we've done that crazy thing that we occasionally do,
Yeah.
where we do buy 2 Half Metre Heavens
Yes.
and get a third half price.
Amazing.
That means you are getting 3 metres of fabric, 1.5 metres of which is designer,
Yeah.
for £24.97,
Wow.
under 25 quid.
Amazing.
Now we
Oh,
can
that's
only
good.
afford to hold this for today.
Today. Yeah.
So place your orders for today. It is just for today because it is a bit of a crazy one because these Half Metre Heavens are incredible value anyway.
Yes.
So when we do this, but
Yeah.
we'll gloss over that. So Jane, you went through and you picked out the Half Metre Heavens that are currently on our website that you thought
Yes.
this would look fabulous in.
Now, obviously, we've got today's,
Yeah, I'm going to just go overhead. There we go.
which is the one I've used, which is the Sarah Campbell Parterre, I'm going to say it is, Parterre, Woodland Blooms, blue. And I've paired it with latte because I wanted a light background, but
This
it
isn't
just
white.
It's not white, and it matched that beautifully.
It did. I hadn't noticed that wasn't white.
So
And now you've shown me it's not
Yeah.
white.
I've been
Right.
dying to do something with this fabric. I just think it's gorgeous. I love it. And so I've just been through quickly just before the show and grabbed some of our Half Metre Heavens that we've got a fair stock of, and that are more sort of lend themselves to this pattern, possibly. I mean, there's some gorgeous ones. We've got lots. Some of them are in single figures, but yeah, we've got some really nice ones. So this is the Bahia, is it was called the Bahia range from Lewis and Irene. And that was with Sky, and that's floral on green, and I just thought that would look rather good. We've got 4 of those. And then there was some of the Dina designs. We love Dina designs. And I thought this one would look quite stunning. Although it's a big scale print,
Okay,
I think
lovely.
it would look really nice within this and with the lovely lavender background fabric. Some of the new Dashwood that we had, I think this was on last week's show, maybe the week before. That's just really pretty, and with a deeper blue background.
Yeah,
would
you're going to
look.
get a different.
You're going to get a
aren't
different
you?
look, yeah.
Oh, nice.
And there's some more Dina here. This is the Paradise
I love that
Navy
one. So Jane,
with this beautiful buttercup.
with the Dina designs, we had a few from the same collection.
Yes.
Could you do blocks
Mix it and
of
match it.
different-
I
yeah.
mean, there's nothing to stop you changing this middle square to something else. You know, having 2 fabrics in.
Oh, nice.
You've got your quantities and your cutting instructions within the pattern, so you can mix it up a bit if you wish to. Look at this one, the laurel wood.
Oh,
Now,
you love this one. Now
Lisa used this, didn't she, in one of her projects, and it just flew off the bowl.
Yeah.
But we've still got Half Metre Heavens of it with sangria.
Yes, because they had already been cut.
Yes.
Else we could have done another kit
Yeah,
for Lisa's. But we
absolutely.
do. This was we could only do 2 kits of those, and they were the first to sell out.
They went, yeah.
So if you've got those, or if you just absolutely love those, and
That's
we
just
don't
such a
blame you.
pretty pattern. And again, with this lovely deep sangria, this lovely deep
It's gorgeous, isn't
pink. That's pink's. It's more than pink, isn't it?
I
It's
know.
richer.
Claire says we've got nice fabric. So tempting. Hi,
They're
Cindy.
gorgeous.
Hi, Sharon.
There's another Dina here. This is from the Paradisa as well. This is Marquise.
So that's the pink version of the blue.
Yes.
But if you look at them both together,
They look so different, don't they?
But look at the lemon with the green. It
Yeah.
just, the two of them together. So if you wanted to do a quilt with all of them in there.
Yeah, it would work beautifully,
Yeah.
wouldn't it?
Oh, Claire wants to know if you found the chicken yesterday, Jane.
No, she's
We
still,
can
and I
do
didn't. I was looking for her this morning. Didn't see her. I don't know that she came out in the rain.
We've had 7 eggs so far today, Jane,
Wow,
which suggests that she's still.
down there. Do you think
There's
she didn't
something
come
in
in?
there.
Do you think she didn't come in? No, because you count them in, don't you?
You know, we count them in. We count.
Yeah, she probably just because
She
it's
marches
almost
past.
like she goes like this
Yeah.
to get past, so
Yeah.
that you don't see her.
We're going to get moustache glasses.
We're going to track her next time.
Follow her. Follow her. Follow her. Follow her.
We've got some of the beautiful tildes still. Not many,
Thing.
but I thought, oh, these look lovely, wouldn't they?
Oh yeah. And actually, you know, now you put that next to that one.
Yeah.
I'd rather like.
Beautiful. And then this one. I
love
love the
that
Gracie
one.
yellow with that moss. It's just
I'm not a mustard girl,
no, but you did like this.
but that one.
That is so pretty.
Yeah.
So they're classic tildes, aren't they? These ones, the lovely ditsies. I think it lends itself, because you cut it up into fairly small pieces, it lends itself to the ditsier patterns better.
And oh, this one, I love.
Look at
one,
this. This
Jane.
is stunning. We've got that with our azalea, which just picks up this gorgeousness.
Can we just fold this out fully because
Yeah,
I'm
show
not
it the
sure
love.
that this has been fully appreciated,
It's a stunning pattern.
isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got it in 2 colourways.
I don't think we've got the other colourway because it was on a cream, wasn't it? I think that went. It was
We've got some more
popular.
warehouse we could do, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did it with a red, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, it was really lovely.
I can do some more of that.
Oh, cool. Well, that's good to know. But it's just, I love this pink with this teal.
It's just beautiful. isn't it?
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
So you might be making Jane's quilt. You might just be stocking up your stash.
I was going to say making the most of the deal because...
The thing is, if you buy
We've got-
6, then you're getting a whole metre free.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And if you make things for charities and, you know, school fundraisings and stuff like that, these are great, aren't they?
This is where it's a winner because they're already discounted before we get going.
Yeah.
And then to have that additional discount on there. And it's just, you know, a little celebration, Jane.
Some of the Lewis and Irene Chalky, is it called Chalky?
Oh, we've called it chalky,
Chalky.
but it's not. It's a Greek
It's a
island.
Greek word, yeah.
And my Greek is not that great,
Mine
despite
is-
having listened to 10 hours of Stephen Fry's Mythos.
Oh, I love that book.
Just brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's with that beautiful misty blue, which isn't blue, but
And
then it works. with
Misty
that.
blue / green,
Yeah,
and with the octopuses.
yeah. You could have fun fussy cutting, couldn't you, for your middle square for that?
I don't know what Josh was looking at Pandora charms last night. We were so my jewellery had got rather tangled, so we were sitting there trying to untangle it.
Yeah.
And we were looking at my charm bracelet and it had the letters on. I was like, oh, I need a J because I've got Freddie and Emily and my initials. And so he obviously started having a look, and he's like, I can get one with an octopus on. Great. And it just reminded me of that. It was very much that.
Yeah. There's a bit of Christmas here.
Do you know what's going to really help is if I actually change the camera setting,
Oh,
I can
wow.
see that.
Bit of Christmas.
No, but Jane, people didn't see this one because we were busy chatting. That's the octopus.
Yeah.
That's the green that's not green. A little bit of Christmas. We don't have much of that left.
No. We've also got it in the teal, and there's only a couple of those, which is why it didn't come through. I bought the ones that we got good stock of, just in case people were like, oh, I missed that. Where was that?
But this. But
I just
have
thought
a
that would be
rummage.
really good fun.
Yeah. Freddie'd love that in his
It
room.
would. You know,
you
if you've
imagine?
got a teenager or somebody who are going off to university, make them a little cushion, take with them. Bit of a hug from home.
Yes, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is what it is.
So these are pre-existing Half Metre Heavens. They're not the new ones that go live tomorrow. These are what we already have on our shelves, which
And
I
the new
felt would
ones
work nicely.
won't be in the deal because the deal will be done by then.
Yes,
Deal finishes at midnight. You've got your 24 hours to do the deal, Jane.
do the deal.
Shop the
We've
deal.
got some caves. We've got some
have a
more
proper
tilde.
rummage.
There's some
Jane,
beautiful fabrics.
You know when you go on the website and you do a search,
Yeah,
Right, you can order them newest first,
Yes.
but just sometimes I put oldest first
Yeah.
and see what comes up, because I bet you there'll be things on there that you missed.
Yeah. And always remember to click the view all button on the corner.
Yeah, 'cause otherwise you're going to see
You
three.
see 3 things, and we have got more than 3 things.
A lot more
Yeah.
than 3 things,
Lots
Jane.
more than 3 things, yes.
3 things. Right, do you want to have a look at tonight's Half Metre Heavens that aren't in this deal?
Let's move this out of the way.
Showing these.
But people need to know. Fresh fabrics.
People need to know, Jane.
They do.
They do need to know. Well, before we show these, then,
We're going to show your favourite new thing.
if we're on a need-to-know basis. Right, so I showed these to Gemma this morning for next week's shows. And she went, yes, but what are you going to make with them? They're all very nice, Natasha, but what are you going to make with them? I don't know. What are you going to make with all your fabric? Do you know yet? Oops, sorry, Jane.
That's all right. This is beautiful. Ooh, your tea.
It's all right because it's water repellent. So this is the natural. Now Strawberry Thief. So this is the polyester outdoor fabric that actually is water repellent, and we've used these in wash bags. Could you just grab the wash bag over there
sure.
for me, please? And this is what we've made with them in the past, but they had these new ones come in, and I sort of fell a little bit in love, Jane, not going to lie. But this is what we've done with them before.
Yeah.
Now, I've got 8 fat quarters of this left,
Yes.
which goes so beautifully, Jane. And I'm not going to apologise for this. Look at that!
That is stunning.
I showed this to Izzy. I was like, Izzy, William Morris with glitter. And she's like, what are you talking about?
And then we showed her and she went, oh, yes.
She said, that's a bit of a niche clientele, isn't it? I was like, have you met our viewers? Have you met our viewers? Because I think they're going to love a bit of glitter and William Morris. I do.
I think it's stunning.
And if nobody else does, Jane, that's
We'll just wrap ourselves in it.
all the more for us.
We'll be like Emily with the rainbow fleece. She just comes in and wraps herself in it.
I found her climbing it the other day.
Yeah, she just loves it. Occasionally she'll just come in and like lean against the roll.
But it was like Lucy this morning, Josh's daughter, when she saw the glittery fabrics. So her eyes pricked up at these, and then I was, but the rainbow one's wrapped the other way.
Yeah.
So I just went, what about this? And she was like, oh. She actually gasped.
Yeah.
It was really sweet.
She loves colourful, doesn't she? She likes her bright colours.
Yeah, we had
Lucy.
one of the suppliers in yesterday. I was like, oh, come on, because school holidays are bored, aren't they? I was like, come on, come and see the rep and you can help choose us some fabric. So we've got a Lucy choice next week.
Yeah, which is lovely. It's
It's
a bit of fun. Bit of fun.
And actually, another one that everyone went, you what? And I went, just wait. Just wait. Now, Jane, I bought... Oh,
Look at that. That is just gorgeous.
I know, but look at it with this.
I know.
This
combination is just fabulous.
This is next week. This is Monday.
Yeah.
This is your caramel glitter PU. I'm going to do this sensibly with some cork, and then you can have your glitter PU on the side, like a side serving of glitter PU.
I think the two of them together look stunning.
I know.
I'd make a wash bag with that.
Me too.
It's lovely.
I know.
It's just gorgeous. They're made for each other.
I know. But I've had, Oh, and also, Jane, I've had more of an education, because you know how we were saying about how hard our millennials work.
Yeah.
Izzy says they're not millennials.
Oh. What are they then?
They're Generation X.
Oh. That used to be a punk band when I was a girl.
Well, apparently, now it's what she is. She's like, I'm not a millennial. I said, well, why? She said, I'm Generation X. So, okay then. I said, what are the next generation then? She said, well, they're a year or so younger than me. She said, but I don't know what they are. So I feel heartened that she doesn't know what the next ones are.
No, that's good.
Because I don't know. I don't get all of this. Young'uns.
Yeah.
Jane, young'uns. Can we just call them young'uns?
Young'uns, the babies of the world.
Whippersnappers. Those whippersnappers. So this is the orchid, Which again, we all looked at and went, where's the orchid? But it's in there
Yeah.
when you look really closely. Kind of, you've got this sort of colour going in. But I just love that as a standalone. It's going to look incredible with the cork.
It doesn't look wrong with the steel PU, to be honest.
I mean,
You know,
no, because then it picks out.
it's got like a blue tone in the background. It's just stunning.
So anyway,
We've been having all the fun with the glitter this week.
And then Gemma ruins it by saying, what are you going to make with it? I'm just going to stroke it. I didn't know how to make something.
We could make things. We're called Natasha Makes, I suppose.
Yeah, we should make things.
Make stuff
shouldn't
with
we,
it.
Really. Yeah. Right, now let's show you these half metre. Oh. Jane, I think I've just found the cause of our screen not working.
Oh, there's cable missing.
Yeah. It's about 6'4" and 18 stone. And I'm going to say, what was that? I was out to try and get the projector working.
It was, yeah.
We tried to have a cinema,
Oh,
home cinema,
lovely.
with a projector, and it didn't want to work because we didn't have the right cables. I did wonder where you whipped out a cable from. Here. That's where I whipped it out from. I see that now. I've got 2 polar bears. These aren't glow in the dark, they're sparkling.
They're sparkling.
They're iridescent polar bears.
As they should be.
They are fabulous. And
Not all of them, just the occasional one. There is, look.
It's like life, Jane. Occasionally one sparkles.
Yeah,
and
one
shines.
sparkles.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Ah, well, there we go. Let me see what we're doing now. Thanks. I've got one of these. Some of these are really last chance saloon.
Yeah, there's only
because
2 of these.
There's
Yeah.
2 of those. What happened was, apparently it's the time of year, and I didn't know, because obviously I started tidying up my flat at the weekend, then couldn't get in any rooms. Such a mess. I just came back to work and left it.
Yeah.
Not proud of myself. Got to go back to it tonight. God.
There's nothing worse going back to a mess, but
But
it
yesterday,
might fire you up.
you got fired up and went,
Yeah.
I'm going into the corners. Jane went into the corners. She found that.
We're terrible because we tend to just, that's a bit of spare. We'll just put that there and
So
ask
like,
Natasha.
yeah.
And then we never get to ask you.
It's we cut one extra and we
Yeah,
we
or
don't
things
count
get, they get put down and then something gets put on top. You know what it's like. Well, maybe you don't, but it happens a lot here. Happens at home as well.
But it does, doesn't it? Yeah. I've got 2 of these penguins left.
It's just so cute.
We didn't have enough to do any more of the bundles of 6.
No.
I've got 6, however, of the blue. So
Oh.
these were with buttercup. These ones are with corn yellow. I love these.
They're just so cute.
I know.
Something's got to be made with them.
Well, I'm just
Pencil
looking at the
cases and lots of fun things.
kids' wash bags.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
the
the swim
stuff.
bag. The swim bag would look good with
That
that.
would look amazing in that. So many makes not enough time. That's what I'm now
Yes.
starting to realise. Bit of Cafe. Well,
Can't go
Philip
wrong.
Jacobs,
Yeah,
Full of
can't go
Cafe
wrong.
Classic
Yeah,
Collective.
look at those.
Now, I think that the Jumble Royal is heartily underloved and underused.
I just think it's a beautiful stash one because bindings with this, or it
Yeah.
even works as a background fabric in some
If you
some
were doing
projects.
something ridiculously bright and fabulous.
Wouldn't that look lovely?
Yeah. Just saying.
Gorgeous.
Now, what about Millefiori in tomato?
That's lovely.
Now, Jane, there is a little pick of aqua.
Oh, that's nice.
Popped it.
Yeah.
Let's make a bit of room, Jane. These will go live at midnight, by the way. If you're wondering, if you're having a look on the website and going, but where are they? But where are they? They're not on there yet. We've got to take photographs and send them to Gemma to load. So they're not on yet. Now, someone was looking for this the other day. This is Grandiflora. It's another Philip Jacobs one. Now, if you're going to do the bouquet,
Oh, yes. Nice.
My Everlasting Bouquet had that. Some of those. Beautiful. Now, if you want, this is your, it's not Jumble Royal. This is lotus flower, isn't it?
Yeah. That's such a lovely, gentle,
I found a
gentle,
gentle
soft.
green.
Yeah. beautiful.
Isn't that lovely? No, you know I'm not going to be able to photograph that very well.
No, Apple's rubbish at being photographed.
Absolute pain. But it's there anyway. And then your feathers. I love the feathers.
They're really versatile fabric as well. And if you do EPP and that sort of project, you've got so much
I'm
different fabrics in there. It's untrue.
sad that I haven't done a hat out of feathers yet.
Oh, yes, your bucket hat would look lovely, wouldn't it?
Really nice.
Put a feather in your cap.
Exactly. The whole thing would be feathery. Can
Yeah.
you see? It would just make sense.
Yeah.
So that's what we have got for you tonight at midnight. Half metre. I've got 7 of those apparently.
Fabulous.
Not massive stocks of these,
No,
but you know.
that's a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love cave.
Oh, me
It's
too.
just beautiful.
Have you always loved cave stuff?
I've got more familiar with it since I've been here. It's not one I've been. Well,
it's there all the
because
time.
I'm always been more of a ditzy person, but I now realise how well cave works with patchwork as well, because you get that variety of colour.
Yes.
I love
and
it.
Yes.
I love it. Loves it.
Right, Jane. I'm going to. I don't know if you guys have all found the zips. I hope you found the zip. Look at that zip. It's amazing.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. We'll do these as Half Metre Heavens. That needs to go with sky, doesn't it? Have that
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. It's a bit gorgeous.
I'm going to leave you to do this, Jane.
Thank
Not
you.
leave you.
No,
You're
don't
on-
leave me. Leave me. Please don't leave me.
Look at that note of panic.
I have nightmares about
Do you?
being stood here and nobody being with me and me having to do it all by myself.
Do you really?
Yeah,
I'm only going to that.
I know.
I'm going to sit on the squeaky chair.
I get a bit worried when you walk out through the door just to go and get something.
So does Ruben. You
Yeah,
and Ruben have a
he
lot in
doesn't
common.
like- Yeah, we do. We've
Um,
got separation anxiety. Don't leave me,
What are we going to do
Natasha.
with the PU, Jane?
Oh, yes.
I've got to, and I need to apologise to our members. I said I would record this and I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do
Right.
that this afternoon before I go.
Lovely. Imagine Morris with glitter. Oh, thank you.
All of it.
Yes, completely waterproof.
Just saying, Jane. Just saying.
Water resistant. We can't call it waterproof, can we?
Why not? I don't know.
I
why
don't
we
know. I
can't.
think there's a difference, isn't
Gemma
there?
tells us
Slightly.
off.
Yeah, that's probably why. We don't like being told off by Gemma.
We don't know why we can't do it. We just know that we're not allowed.
Yeah, Gemma
'cause we
says
get
no.
told off.
Gemma
Gemma
says
says
no.
Jane, I love that quilt in the background. It looks really striking.
Yeah.
Oh, hang
Do
on.
people know it's the sale?
I don't know.
It's in the sample sale.
Oh yeah.
It's a big one.
It is a
It's
big,
a big one, and it would go over a single bed nicely.
Cynthia says there's been interesting fabric from the top of the show.
Well, we do that. You're very good at choosing interesting fabrics.
And I don't know who's answering from Natasha Makes on YouTube, but someone said Natasha never fails to find the lovely fabric. Oh, that's PT. There you go. It's Gemma.
Yeah, that's what Gemma
it's-
would say.
Yeah, and Sylv says it's one of her superpowers. It's about the only superpower, actually, that I've got apart from eating cheese. Auntie Liz is on both platforms as usual. She said, I'm going to go and sit on the squeaky chair.
Fabulous. It's not a complicated block, this, actually.
Right.
There's just a little 3-triangle unit, which, some people may not be used to doing. The rest of it is quite straightforward, and it's quite a quick one. So it's a nice beginner, let's just push myself a little bit further block.
Jane, I'm really confused. Gemma says that she's a millennial. How's she a millennial?
Is it because you were teenagers in the millennium? Is it got something to do with you being a teenager around the
I
time?
don't know, because she's not included me in this. She likes to point out that I'm like a year and a bit older than her on the regular. And she said that SJ and I are your millennials. And yeah, she said, because I'm younger than you, born in 1981. Only by a year and a half, Gemma.
Oh, right.
It's not like mega. And you are a lot older than SJ. Sorry to point that out, but we both
I
are.
don't know what, because boomers are like my mum's generation, that were born in the sort of like late 50s, early 60s. They're boomers, aren't they? I don't know what I am. Because I'm a hippie child, that's what I am. I'm a hippie chick.
But I don't know how, with like 14 years difference, Gemma's managed to put herself in the same category as SJ. And with like 14 months difference, no.
You can't be.
No. You're not in our gang.
Rude.
I know.
Rude.
Oh, here we go. The silent generation were born 1928 to 1945. The baby boom generation were born 1946 to 1964. Generation X were born 1965 to 1980.
That's
I am
me.
Generation X.
I'm a Generation
Yeah,
X.
there you go, Jane.
Well, Lizzie said she was Gen X, wasn't she?
No, she's Gen Z.
Gen Z.
And then millennials are born 1981 to 1996. Oh, that's why she's put herself with SJ.
Yeah.
And Generation Generation Z, or iGen, whatever the heck that is 1997 to 2010. And Generation Alpha, born 2010 to 2014. 2024 rather. So I've got Generation Alphas. That sounds frightening.
Yes.
An Alpha Freddie and an Alpha Emily.
Well, Emily is definitely an alpha.
Crikey balls.
Team leader.
Team leader. Well, I feel like I've been educated today. I did not know that.
No, I'd got no idea. I mean, I knew the categories were there, but I didn't know when they were, what they were.
Well, who decides them?
Who does? Who decides anything? I don't know who decides anything around here. It all happens around me and I'm like, oh, right, okay.
It's just my world, that
Yes. Just bumble along. Just going, yeah, okay.
Just be reactive.
Yeah.
It's fine. There you go. Look at that. Amazing. What are we doing,
Fabulous.
Jane?
I'm going to make this block.
Nice.
So we've got a centre square, all your measurements and everything, cutting instructions in our beautiful instructions here. As we've said before, because it's just a one block that we're doing, we give you an example of what you could do if you wanted to make it into a quilt with the quantities that you'll need, but just very scant instructions. But on the back it does tell you about how to finish your quilt, the basics. So yeah, a good beginner, oh, I've got the basics, where do I go next type of block really. Nothing overcomplicated, just a nice effective block. And as I say, when you put several of them together, you get this secondary pattern going on, which is quite good fun. Mostly squares and strips, cut in half square triangles, so sometimes you have to be careful of biased edges. So we're going to make this square into a square within a square, which is the centre here. So we've got two smaller squares and we're going to cut those in half from corner to corner. I've got them sat on top of each other to create 4 triangles. And we're going to sew those 4 triangles around the edge of the square. Now a little tip for you to make sure that your triangle is in the centre, and when you cut these and you place them on, you're going to be like, well, these are too big, they're wider than the outside edge. Well, they need to be because of your seam allowance, because if they fitted exactly, we'd lose the points of our square. We don't want to lose the point. We're always losing the point, but we don't want to today.
We've lost the point.
Lost
Jane.
the plot. Fold your square in half and finger press it on the fold. Make a little crease and then do it again the opposite way. So you've got a little crease on all 4 sides of your square. Just here and here in the middle of each side. And then fold your triangle. Now if you've got a pattern triangle, you'd fold it right side together so that the little crease would be on the wrong side. And then when you can place those together, the creases sit on top of each other. And you know that they're exactly in the middle of the side of your square. So you should have 1/4 of an inch hanging over each side. Now you can pin that down while you sew it. If you feel, if you don't feel so confident that you think it might move, you can just pin that to your fabric. And you're going to sew this side and that side. So you're going to sew the two opposite sides first.
Apparently the automated captions today are not behaving well. Leslie's laughing. She hasn't digressed as to why they are so funny. I'm slightly scared now. What have we talked about? Talked about everything, Jane.
All sorts of things. It does like to change words, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does. So just a little finger press on there and then lining it up with that crease that we made in the side of the... And that way you're going to be sure that your triangle is exactly in the middle of your square. And we're going to press those, and we'll press them up and away so that the seam actually sits underneath. It sits better if you do it that way. You could try and press it underneath, but it doesn't like to go that way. And I quite often say, just listen to the fabric sometimes. I know we always say press to the dark side, but sometimes it just doesn't want to.
That's only so we can say it in a
Star Wars
style.
Yeah.
That's why that makes me laugh. Jane, what would you make out of all of those fabrics that we've just flashed around for next week? Because obviously I've got Gemma on my back saying, what are you going to make?
Oh gosh, well, I like the wash bag idea. Is it too stiff to do around your basket? Is it too firm a fabric? Because you have to be careful, don't you, with the turning it over? Because I think that basket's fabulous. And can you imagine you could have that out on your garden table, couldn't you, with your
amazing
condiments and your bits in for your barbecue?
No, but do you know what is due in with one of our suppliers in a few weeks? And that's some really, really fine cork that's the same kind of density as normal cotton.
Oh, lovely.
So that would work on that then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just enjoying those baskets going, I wonder what I'm going to put in mine now.
Yeah. I love the way that you've used the trifecta fabric. So it looks like it's just wavy because the light background is...
It's great, isn't it?
It's lovely.
We loves it lots.
We do likes it. No, well, we do get distracted.
Do you know what I then saw? I was like, we had some of the dinosaur border print left.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Now that needs to be a little pillowcase for us, if ever there was one.
Talking of border, we found some of the pool party border, didn't we, as a bolt end. It's like a 30-inch piece. That would have gone. Would it go around there? No, because it's not wide enough, is it? You'd have to join it.
You'd have to sew the top and bottom borders together.
Because that could be good fun, couldn't it?
Be lots of
children's room particularly.
Lots of you though went for the circus animals that we had.
Oh yeah, that's a lovely fabric.
Yeah, and really super affordable too.
That would be nice in the lampshade to match, wouldn't it?
That's the thing to do, and that's the way to redecorate a room really inexpensively.
Yeah, just your accessories, isn't it?
And tidy it up at the same time.
Yeah. Yes, it's amazing how you can tidy when you're decorating. Right, I've sewn those to the opposite sides, and I'm just going to press those up and away. Just be careful when you're pressing that you don't stretch it because it is cut on a biased edge.
We're going to have to do something pretty impactful with that George Martinez fabric as well, Mendoza fabric as well.
It's very impactful, and it's a sort of fabric as well that needs to be in big pieces so you get the effect of it. So a nice... We've got a couple, haven't we, that we've done before that are... Do you remember the sassy squares that I did with the Anna Marie Horner fabric? That was a big...
Oh, that was with Jane Sassaman. That's why it was sassy
squares. That's right. That would lend itself, that quilt pattern would lend itself to that fabric because you had big chunks of it and you could use the design.
Do you want to make that again then, Jane?
We could do, couldn't we? Could do. Right, so we've got borders now. So again, we're going to do top and bottom, or side and side, whichever way you want to do it, and then we'll put the side ones on. So we'll just get those on. So they're just strips that fit the square. Again, as I said, the measurements are all in there.
Jane,
Yeah.
Auntie Lizzie says, please could you just turn the block so that the one in the middle is, the flowers in the middle are just,
Facing the right way.
yeah, it's just
There we go. Sorry.
sending
It
us
needs to be that way, really, but yeah.
slightly nuts. As if by magic, Auntie Lizzie, look at that.
Mind you, some of the other pieces aren't in the right
It's going to be
direction.
multi-directional though, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think because it's, I mean, I know it does have a bit of a direction to it, but because it's more, to me, it's the flowers and it looks like a ditzy print. But you could be a little bit more careful cutting your fabric to make sure they went all in the right direction. You've got enough fabric to have it cut, you know, differently. If you wanted to cut one strip one way and one the other.
Nice.
So I've got the two short sides on and we're going to press those away from the centre square. And then we'll put the two longer strips on top and bottom. Like so.
Nice. It's coming together a treat. So just to remind anyone that's just joining us, Half Metre Heavens, buy two, get a third.
Did we talk about these?
No, we didn't. Do you want to show everyone what they are?
That's because
These are Friday deals.
these are going to be really useful for cleaning your machine with.
I know.
Natasha got them and I said, oh, there's mascara brushes. She went, no, they're brushes. And I was like,
No, they're proper
oh,
silicone.
yeah.
So
And
you
they
can-
are, and they're soft and flexible.
So you could put a little bit of machine oil on there as well.
Yeah, but you've got all different sizes, so you could really get in around your bobbin. It'd be great if you use a reusable straw as well. They'd be great for
Yeah.
cleaning reusable straws, or any little places that you need to clean out.
So yeah, they are silicone tipped,
They're nice, those
sewing
are.
machine, cleaning thingamajiggies in all the different shapes and sizes. Yeah, I wasn't really meant to show them today because SJ gets a bit upset if I preview
Oh,
some
is
of
it
the
a
Friday deals. But I might have saved one for myself.
Well,
because
yes, they'll be very handy.
I did get a slight telling off from Gary about the state of my machine.
Oops.
He asked me if I knew that I was making felt.
Yeah. It's difficult though, isn't it, to get it the time to clean it because we get so
We're just constantly on to the next thing.
using it, aren't we? Constantly, virtually.
Yeah.
On to the next thing straight away. Just have to make the time.
It's funny actually, sitting here I get a completely different view of the set.
Yes.
And what I'm noticing is that the how well the dark Coats Moon thread box goes with those fabrics for next week.
Oh yeah.
And how beautifully the pastel one went with yesterday's fabric.
Yes. They're a real good deal, those moon threads.
They're amazing, weren't they? And how
Some nice-
Ruben has just slid out of his bed. He's done that fluid dog thing where they just
Oh.
sort of melt out of their beds. Doesn't look comfortable at all.
I know, they get into the strangest positions, don't they?
He's going to wake up with a right crick in his neck. He was trying to wipe his face on Emily's rug this morning and fell over. You're not the most coordinated of hounds. It's like you've just fallen over yourself. Oh, this is looking pretty, Jane.
So you've got a frame square there.
Nice.
It's nice, isn't it? Right, so three triangle units. Not complicated, but you just have to think about what you're doing. And again, you've got quite a lot of biased edges. So we do quarter square triangles. Now I've got the pattern fabric and the plain fabric together on top of each other, just because it's another quick way of doing something. Now we're going to cut this into quarters across both diagonals. If you've got a rotating cutting mat, it makes life easy, but it's just a case of cutting one way and then just positioning your body and your ruler the opposite way, opposite corners, always cutting away from yourself. in a safe way. So now I've got 4 quarter square triangles, like so. Now you've got 2 biased edges there, so just, you know, just bear that in mind. And we're going to sew the plain, the background fabric and the pattern fabric together to recreate a triangle. Sewing the short sides together, and we want to be sure that we've got the plain on the left hand side. Now the easiest way to do that is to have your plain on the bottom and put your pattern on the top, and you're sewing from the top down. Now some people's machines don't like to sew with that point bit, it goes into their machine. So you could flip that over then, have the plain on the top and start from the square edge, the right angled angle, and sew down. It's whatever works for you and whatever works for your machine. And you can always use a little scrappy bit of fabric to make a little donkey if that works for you too. So just putting them together so you've got your plain and your patterned together so they create that bigger triangle. We're sewing down that short side there, and we want the plain on the left hand side. And you can chain piece these, so if you put them all together in pairs ready, line them up, take them all to your machine, and you can just piece them together in one long strip, almost like a piece of bunting.
It has been suggested that possibly that's why I get Gary here on the regular, is just to clean my machines. I mean, I'm not daft.
No, no. Gets a bit of a service at the same time. Can't be bad.
Exactly.
Can't be bad.
So guys, those Half Metre Heavens, it is, I cannot stress this enough, because otherwise we're going to get emails tonight going, I missed the deal. Please, please, please.
Just for today.
And I think it's automated, so you just have to put them in your basket. This isn't just limited to one, by the way, Jane.
No.
So if you put multiples in there, if you put 6 in, you'll get 2 free, 2 half price, well, 1 free, effectively.
Yeah.
So,
wonderful. Yeah. So we're now going to press those open to recreate the larger triangle. And I am going to press these to the dark side. Oops, sorry, Ruben. Press the steam button by mistake then.
Oh, yeah.
I think I got away with it.
He's just melted out of his bed a little bit more. He was having a proper zoomies around the garden this morning.
He greeted me this morning, which is unusual, because normally I can hear him barking as I arrive, but I don't see him. But he came to greet me and he was quite excited to see me, which was lovely.
He was really excited. He'd been zooming around everywhere because I'd mucked out the ducks and let the chickens out and given the chickens some stuff to rummage through and given them some mealworms, and everyone had all sorts this morning.
Lovely.
And Ruben just got super excited and he was just charging round and round and round and round and round in circles. And then just came and carried on going round you. What are we doing next, Jane?
We've got 2 squares now.
Mm-hmm.
So I've put them together on top of each other, and we're going to cut those into half square triangles. So we're cutting them across the diagonal, corner to corner, just once to create triangles, and we've got 4 triangles. We use half square triangles because now we've got the straight edge of our grain on this side, and then when we're going to sew this to there, we've got the straight grain there. So we're giving ourselves an advantage that we've put it back together in a square with the straighter grain on each side. So we put those 2 small triangles on top of the large triangle, and again we can chain piece those, line them all up. And it does come together quite quickly. Just take your time with your cutting. I would, treat your fabric with your best press, starch, flatter, just to give it some stability while you're cutting it into triangles.
Could you chain piece these if you were making a much bigger quilt?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
get it all done. I would do each section. I'd make one block just to see how the block came together.
Yeah.
And then I'd do each part.
That's always your
Do it,
instruction though, isn't
yeah.
it? Make the first block and then...
So I'd make all my centre squares, then I'd do all my framing, then I'd do all of these, and so on and so on. I'd do each stage and I'd just do it 12 times.
Yeah, you are very methodical, aren't you?
Yeah. I still get stuff wrong, but I think that by being methodical, I won't miss a step. Doesn't always work, funnily enough. Oh, that's wrong sides together. That's a good start. Just check you've got your fabric the right sides together. And my glasses to unpick with. And reverse stitching. Got your pokey tool here, but it works just as well. When unpicking, just keep your fabrics flat, particularly if you've got triangles. Don't be tempted to open it out and stretch that and rip through your stitches, because you're stretching these biased edges and you might find that it doesn't quite go back together the same way.
So you do need to piece it.
Yeah.
You need to do it carefully.
Keep it flat. And I just unpick every other stitch like this. And then you can just pull that back thread.
Jan's been thinking, Jane, that we could make a cool bag of some kind with the new fabrics for next week.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
that'd
know
be
if she means
nice.
like hip and trendy cool, or as in cool as in...
Keep it cool.
Keep it cool. Oh, actually, Jane,
Yeah.
those new wire things that we got in yesterday.
Oh, they'd work, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Still says nobody could clean it better. I'm assuming that she's talking about Gary and the machine.
Yes.
And not my domestic lacking skills. And Judy wishes that she was as organised as you, Jane.
Oh, well.
It takes her no time. And she's got half a quilt already made.
It's maybe with my patchwork, not with the rest of my life.
Okay, you've got to start somewhere. Sylv says, I was going to ask yesterday, could you add an insulated lunch bag to your list, and also a little pouch for cutlery? We did an insulated lunch bag, didn't we?
Yeah.
I mean, we did it at Murdery Designs, but we did do an insulated lunch bag. I'm going to go and get it and show you in a minute.
Yeah, and we've done a cutlery roll.
Yeah.
Because Gemma did the, cutlery and napkin thing all in one during the lockdown, didn't she?
Yeah.
They were really nice. So I'm going to press those open now. I'm going to press them open so the seam falls under the larger triangle. Again, because it's the seam of least resistance.
Oh, the seam of least resistance. Meanwhile, we've got Auntie Lizzie going, nobody cleans it better.
Oh, bless. There's always a song.
There's always a song. I'm going to nip and get that insulated wash bag
Okay.
to show Syl. I'll be back in a minute.
That's okay.
Tell Ruben I'm not going anywhere because he'll probably follow.
Oh, he's going to come with you. He's spotted that she's gone. It's all right, Rube. She'll be back in a sec. By the time you've got up and back. Right,
Literally back now. Just back here.
We've got 4 now of our 3 triangle units. There we go. And we're going to place a little rectangle of our background fabric each side. Oh yes, look at these. Lunch boxes, well, lunch bags.
They were the insulated lunchbox bags.
And they've got the poppers on the side so that they open out into lovely
Those
big
that love
squares.
a lovely big lunch.
And then fold up. A bit like the paper bag sacks,
Yes.
aren't they?
Yeah, that's what inspired them.
So they're lovely. Nice and roomy. And with our thermal wadding,
Yeah, Thermalam.
Thermalam.
Or Insul Bright.
Insul Bright is the one with the metal. It's not metal, it's silver layer in.
Aluminium foily bit in the middle.
So that keeps things warm or keeps them cool.
I nearly put those in the sample cell. I was like, no, that's ridiculous. I do too many picnicky things.
Yeah, I was going to say your children have to take lunch to school as well, don't they?
No,
Don't they?
no, because Emily gets free lunches at school because she's still of that age. So
yeah.
I'm not going to look that gift horse in now. And also because it's just one more thing to do in the morning when
Yes.
somebody else can actually cook them one meal a day. Right now.
Yes, and you know that they're getting a nice hot meal as well.
Yeah, because I choose them.
So we're going to stitch our rectangles to each side, and we'll do, again, we can chain piece this, all 4 sides, down one side and then down the other.
It's continuing. Baby, he's the best. So, Gary, if only he's watching this morning. I don't know if he is.
We'll have the whole set of lyrics on the thread before we know what's happened.
Is it Carly Simon?
Yes.
Says, yeah, there you go. Gemma's actually doing something useful in giving us the cool bag instructions on the napkin and cutlery roll.
Fabulous.
Links.
She is good. She is good. So we've gone down one side. I'm just going to snip those threads. I love the thread cutter on these machines, just handy. And then we'll just do them rectangles down the opposite sides.
Can you just stand slightly to one side? Thank
This way.
you. Yeah. That's it.
I mean, you can take your time and pin them before you start chain piecing. You don't have to do it like I do and just layer it up and hope for the best. You can take your time and pin it accurately together.
Okay. Now, and Sylva's thinking more with a completely covered over top or a flap. She says it's hotter than Hades in our office, and her salads are distinctly meh.
Oh,
every time she eats them.
you did your bag. You did your bag with the zip that went round the top, didn't you? That was did you use a makeup bag?
Oh yeah, the makeup one. That would have done.
That would
wouldn't it?
translate itself into a bigger version, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Use the thermal wadding inside it. So we'll press these rectangles away from that centre 3 triangle unit. So we've got 4.
What was that called, Jane? Is it the makeup case?
Could have been, could have been. This is the thing, I mean, we call our things by a certain name, but they don't have to be used for that purpose, do they? They can be translated into other
It
makes.
wasn't the makeup case. Oh, which one was it? Fold out case? No, it's not the fold out case, Gemma. It was the one that I did in the Macawa woodland fabric.
Yes.
What was that called? Oh, that's annoying.
So we're going to put 2 of these rows to one side, and then we've got the other 2 rows, and we can sew those to the sides, making sure that the small background square, triangle, is facing outwards. You could have a play and turn it round and see what you got. You get a different effect again. But for this pattern, this is the orientation.
I did it this year, didn't I, Jane?
Yes, quite recently, I think. Mind you, do you know, I was looking for something else the other day and I thought, oh, that's this year's, and it wasn't. It was last year's.
Box bag. Was it the box bag?
Could have been.
Yes! Yes, the box bag. It's exactly that. That's what you need, Sylv, is my box bag. And that was made with Sanderson.
Yes.
That one, Jane.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
I was thinking of another thing. But yeah, my box bag. That's the one, Sylv. Already done it, love. Already done it. Whew. Thank goodness we cleared that one up.
So we've got those two on the sides
Well,
there.
you would have, Jane, but I'm just trying to find my box back.
That's okay.
I'm sorry everybody.
okay.
Hang on.
Oh.
Need to get into a different page. There you go.
Got back view
There
there.
you go. Yeah.
Back view. So now we're going to make these corner half square triangle units. You'll have 2 squares of your background fabric, your main print, and 2 squares of your background fabric. On your background fabric, just mark your line across the diagonal from corner to corner. And we're going to put those right sides together, 1 background, 1 pattern fabric, also 1/4 inch either side of that marked line. And again, you can chain piece this, you can go down with the 2, you can go down one side and then back up the other side. So just give it, lift your foot, give it a little bit of a tug to gain a thread, and then just carry on sewing down the opposite side.
I mean, at least Syl's honest about it. She's like, yeah, but if you do a fresh new take on it, then I can just get the kit with all the stuff and I won't have to tax my brain to get all the different bits.
Yeah, you could scale it up a bit, couldn't you? Make it a bit bigger.
Is that what everybody wants? Does everybody want a nice new lunch bag?
Sounds like a good idea. And then we're going to cut this square that we've sewn. We've sewn the 1/4 inch seam either side, and we're going to cut it along that marked line. And we're going to press those open, and again, I'd press the seam to the darker fabric, back the print on this one, to make our half square triangle units. And again, I'm just pressing that, just to press it, set the seam, open it out, and then literally just hover the iron over, make sure it's flat, and then press it flat. That way I don't distort the squares. So you're going to have 4 of these all together. Some I made earlier.
Did you do that box bag with Inselbright? Because Emily had it for a lunchbox bag.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Okay, mad.
But if you wanted, if you're going on a family picnic maybe, you might want a bigger size to get everybody's in. I mean, it's an ideal individual lunch bag,
Those
isn't
who
it?
don't share.
Yeah, mine. It's mine. But yeah. Now, you can do one of 2 things with this pattern. And I noticed when I've done the layout here, I've actually put on this layout, I've put my corner squares the opposite way to the way I've done them in the actual block that I've made. And that way you would get a white, the background fabric, you get a square of that. With this one, you're going to get a square of print created if you put 4 blocks together. So at this point, you can have a little play and have a look at how you want to do it. But I'm going to do mine the same orientation as this one so that you can see what happens. So with your side units here, with your 3 triangle unit and your 2 rectangles, you're just going to place your half square triangles so that the seams face in towards upwards and these patterns are in the corners facing outwards. Excuse me, I have a drink. Tickle. And so we're going to sew those to either side. But as I say, you could turn it around and have them facing like that, and that will create a different secondary pattern. So maybe have a look, have a play and have a look at that. We could have chain pieced. Because these rows are made in exactly the same way. They're the same orientation, you just turn one row round when you come to sew it to the block. And then you'll sew those to the top and the bottom of your block like so. And if you press these side seams in towards your strip and press these ones out towards your triangle, when you come to line those up, the seams are going to line up nicely along that edge, and so everything should line up. It's going to go the opposite way on that side. As I say, sometimes your fabric decides which way it's going to lie.
I have a message from Gemma, Jane, whilst you just say that.
All right.
She said that the Creative Grids restock has flown out and we only have one perfect 5 ruler left.
Oh gosh.
I know. She said she's therefore created one last Natasha's favourite Creative Grid bundle. There was the special buy bundle that we did for Festival of Quilts,
Yes.
which has got the non-slip stripology,
Yeah.
the Big Easy,
Wow.
and the Perfect 5. It's near the top of today's collection, but if you are looking for rulers that we recommend, these are the only ones that we work with.
Yeah.
Creative Grids, not in terms of the only rulers. We've got more
Yes.
than 3 rulers.
And your stripology would be great for this one, because you do cut strips of
Yeah.
fabric and then trim them down. So subcut them into squares and strips, and it works beautifully for that.
The Big Easy is just brilliant.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
Maybe
I love it because it's the full, when your fabric's folded in half, as it comes off the bolt,
Yeah.
it's the same width as same length as your fabric. So you just put that ruler on and you can cut your strips
You've got the big, that big.
with that Big Easy one. And if for your bag making things and stuff like that, it's great to have that 12.5-inch
Yeah.
width.
Yeah, I now use that ruler far more than I do the 6.5 by 24.5 inch,
Yeah.
which I know you use more for your quilting.
Yeah, I think that was probably my favourite. Although my stripology is a very close second. So there we go, there's the block. As you can see, that's come together quite quickly. And as I say, if you put,
Oh wow, look at that.
and when you put them together, it does create that second, and you'll have another square of your print
You get a
here.
diamond in there.
Which is why I say you might want to turn these triangles round, because then you'd end up with your background as a full square on point, which would be a contrast to these. So just have a play with it. But I was also having a play this morning. Had a little bit of time. What's that all about? And I did a block in reverse. So instead of my background, I did my print, and instead of the
Yeah.
print, I did the background. So it came out like that.
Oh, I like that, Jane.
So you could do alternate blocks like that, and that gives you another
Hang on,
effect.
how many blocks are we getting out of one Half Metre Heaven?
I did have to snaffle a little strip,
Did you? What?
but I got
3.
virtually 3. I did, and if you look closely, there's some of these pieces are pieced together, which is
Okay.
what patchwork's all about anyway.
Well, yeah, quite.
But yeah, you can
That's
definitely
good.
get 2 blocks.
Yeah.
in Half Metre Heaven. You might get a third if you're careful with your cutting.
Well, this is very good.
But I thought that's quite.
Yeah, I like that.
It's the same block, but it looks completely different because we've just changed the colour orientation around.
Jo Stanbridge says her Creative Grid has just arrived today. She's very excited. I have a question then for our audience, because Jane, in your rummaging in the corners
Yes.
incident yesterday, you did happen to come across quite a few part-made bits.
Yes.
Would they be of interest to anyone with regards to, like, if we did them at a cracking
Yeah,
good
you
price,
ca-
'cause
I
they're
mean,
part-made.
they're part
things.
made. Some of them are just enough for it's a block or 2 blocks, and you could make a cushion or something with it, or put it into a runner. If you do liners quilts and stuff, they might come in handy.
There was someone that we could now on one of our Zoom calls, and I can't remember who it was now. I think it might have been one of the alleys.
We've got quite a few boxes from Makes way back, and they're not complete kits. This is the thing. So the fabric's gone. So we can't add in fabric to make up the kit.
Well, then maybe we need to find out who it was that was doing the Linus and send them out for Linus.
Yeah. Some of them, they've got everything in, but some of them, they're just literally, there might be a side border and a couple of blocks that you might be able to adapt. You could unpick some bits, put it in, but we haven't got any more of that fabric, so it couldn't be made into a here's a part kit sort of thing.
And the other thing also was we've had so many emails from viewers saying that they're doing Macmillan coffee mornings.
Yes.
Just suddenly in our inbox, there's just a whole array of people wanting gifts for Macmillan, which we're really happy to support. But so many of you have asked us, it's a bit like, what do we give? So if you are doing a coffee morning or anything like that, and you would like a special code to get a £5 off voucher for everyone that buys a ticket or something like that, then that we can do. But with the number of requests that we've had, there's no way that we can send out like quilts to everyone.
No.
Kind of like
Kits and stuff. I mean, even if we sent out a kit, it would be...
You've got to assume that someone likes
sewing, haven't you?
or that fabric.
Yes.
That's the really tricky thing.
Yeah.
But we are very happy to support with vouchers and things like that. So really happy to do that. SJ was generating a voucher code for Macmillan yesterday for anybody that requires that. Yeah, so I hope that helps.
That's a nice idea.
Some way on any of those things. Jane, this is lovely.
That would make a lovely runner just like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Especially if you've got, my mum always collected blue and white china. And that would work really beautifully.
And I was looking at our flanged piping, and I thought if you were going to make a cushion, this red, with this, particularly with this fabric, just
that's nice.
lends itself nicely, doesn't it? If you want to just make it into cushion cover.
Yeah.
Just pop little bits of red in there. Thought it was quite good fun. We've also got it in royal blue, which matches the background of that colour.
So yeah, you need to grab the Jane's cushion finishing with flair.
Yeah, there's all sorts of different ways of finishing cushions in that, you know, flanged piping, faux piped edge, putting the flanged edge in, you know, all sorts of different things in there. So yeah.
So make the most. Have a rummage on that website, because we can only hold the offer on these Half Metre Heavens, which is a crazy offer.
It's a fabulous offer. Wonderful.
For 24 hours. Tonight we have new Half Metre Heavens going live, so they will be restocked. And then next week we've got the William Morris and the Glitter PUs.
I've got some nice new Macawa fabric that I'm making a quilt with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You're going to like it. A lot.
I like it. Not like it a little, I like it a lot.
Yes.
I don't know how many more of those sewing bins we've got, you know.
They're fabulous. They're really roomy. I mean, what did we get in there? There was lots.
16 metres of fabric.
Yeah. And took the weight of it as well, because that's denim in there. In that one. That's, you know, they're like chunks of denim, so that it's not light fabric. That's a good...
We've sold out of them, Jane. They've gone.
Have they?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. They're really handy. Really handy. Lovely. Lovely.
If you missed out and you would like one, let me know, and if I get enough people wanting them, then I will restock. They take up quite a bit of space. Well, that was all very lovely, Jane.
Yes.
Thanks very much. Yeah, there might be a little extra deal go live tomorrow.
Ooh.
So just keep an eye for that.
Oh, I can see you've got a little cunning plan going on in your little head
A
there.
little cunning plan.
Lovely.
I do. So, yeah, just keep a little eye on social media and I will see what I can muster.
Fabulous.
And Jane, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
Thank you very much indeed. And yeah, we will get all of those things loaded ready for next week. Thank you for your ideas. We do also do a large call bag as well. We do have instructions for the large call bag.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, there we go. Have a lovely rest of the week, everybody. Is it time for lunch?
I think it must be.
Yeah, cool. All right then, let's go and do that thing. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a rummage in those Half Metre Heavens and also the bolt ends.
Yes.
Yeah, don't forget those
Nice
bolt
chunks
ends.
of bolt ends, yeah.
Because we've been adding in there as well.
Because there's 3 metre pieces cut, isn't there, as well? Well, if you wanted to do the full kit, it takes 3 metres of each colour.
Oh,
Just
so
saying.
just add yourself for 3 metres of plain.
Yeah,
There's 30% off those 3 metre pieces.
fabulous.
So you're getting a metre free.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Super.
That's really affordable crafting, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Okay. Go and have a rummage, people. And if you need help with any colours, let us know. We will see you here on Monday. Take care. Have a lovely rest of the week. I'm going to go zip lining tomorrow.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited for that.
Oh, that'd be
Down at the
lovely.
Eden Project.
Oh, cool. Woo.
We were sat having lunch in the Mediterranean-y bit
Yeah.
last week, and we could hear them flying overhead. I said to Freddie, should we have a go? He said, oh yeah, go on then, mummy. So we booked. We
Oh,
got collared
lovely.
by a man on the way out, so we've booked. And we're going to go zip
Amazing.
lining. Captain Small is too small.
Oh.
She'd like just dangle and hang halfway.
Oh,
So she's going on the climbing wall, and we're going to zip line.
how lovely.
Can't wait.
That'll be fun.
And then obviously I'm going home to make stuff for next week.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a lovely rest of the week, and we will see you next week. Take care. Lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.